Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Your hosts today, I'm Johnny.
And I'm Tom.
And I'm Daniel.
We're three American expats coming to you from the beautiful capital city of Buenos Aires, Argentina. This is the podcast about everything but nothing, with some expat life news and comedy thrown in. This is
The
Velvet Hammer.
Okay, let's go.
Wow. Here we are again, guys, in Buenos Aires, coming to ya.
First off,
libation.
Oh.
We need lubrication.
Oh,
What are we drinking
lubrication,
today,
there you go.
Johnny?
Oh, I mean, this is an Anheuser-Busch American Budweiser.
That's really cool.
Whoa.
In Argentina.
In Argentina, yeah. And
apparently,
turns out this is made by Quilmes.
but owned
Doesn't
by
Quilmes make Brahma?
Quilmes makes Brahma. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been saying that Brahma makes Quilmes, or what we've been saying all sorts of things, but we actually got some facts for you this week. Both Brahma is a Brazilian beer, Quilmes is an Argentinian beer, but all of them are owned by the same Brazilian company called Ambev. That is a subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch InBev.
Oh,
So-
from Virginia, of
Right.
course.
So-
yeah.
So everyone's drinking Budweiser.
Anheuser-Busch.
Anheuser, yeah, sorry.
Can we just say
I didn't wanna say
The guys with
Anheuser.
those horses with the furry feet.
Yeah, the Clydesdales.
Ooh,
The
man.
Clydesdales.
Those are some big ass horses.
Yeah, so like, and turns out Quilmes, under license through Ambev, through InBev, has the rights to make, they have the license to make Budweiser, Patagonia, Brahma, Stella, Andes,
They
Corona.
make Stella
Yeah.
and Corona.
Corona, that's
Yeah.
Mexican.
Quilmes makes Corona, Quilmes makes,
Holy
So it's
Stella.
all from.
and Quilmes makes, under license, Budweiser.
But aren't they all?
Yeah.
In the end, they're all owned by Budweiser,
Yeah, oh yeah, they're all owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev.
which is Anheuser
And
Budweiser.
they license the recipe, so it's the same recipe, but it's made in one of the Quilmes owned breweries.
You know, we need to find out if we can take a tour of Quilmes. It's about, 20 miles north?
very- yeah,
It's
like
part
20
of Buenos
minutes.
Aires.
1 hour on a bus.
1 hour on
Not
a
even,
bus.
yeah,
We need to go
so
and
yeah,
see
less.
that.
About 45
It's got to be
minutes.
incredible.
Yeah, I've spent the night there in Quilmes, and I mean, it doesn't smell
At
like
the
beer.
brewery?
Not at the brewery, no. I happen to be at a friend's house. Wink, wink.
Just sleeping outside the brewery.
Right. But yeah, and also on the Quilmes also has the rights to make Red Bull. So all Red Bull is made by
What the
Quilmes
fuck?
in Argentina, and Pepsi, 7-Up, and Gatorade also made by Quilmes.
So all of our drinks come out of
Yeah.
Quilmes.
Yeah.
Everything you drink.
all under license by PepsiCo, Red Bull, RMGBH, and Ambev.
Yeah.
But they're
They-
licensed. Yeah.
They definitely have like a tour. We should.
Oh,
They
yeah,
definitely have like a
we
little
should
tour you can
go.
see. They have to have a
I'm
tour.
gonna have to call NASA. I have to call
No,
NASA.
let's go, let's
Hey,
go.
NASA, we're coming down.
Yeah.
Show us the
But you,
food.
here I go. You said the word gator.
Already.
I knew somebody in Louisiana, in New Orleans, and he had an alligator tattooed on his penis.
Oh God.
And he said the women just love to watch that gator grow.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
So
That's a true story.
gross. Oh.
All my stories are true. I don't make this shit. You can't make this shit up.
That sounds just incredibly just
What's-
painful. Oh,
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it's only for a few days.
It's like an adult
Yeah.
circumcision. Oh. God damn.
Who would do that?
Once again.
I mean, it peels back anyhow. Skin it back and honk it.
Oh, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're hitting the ground running.
Oh, we seem to be in good form today. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Oh my goodness.
Stay tuned for more.
So what's up?
Argentina, let's start there.
Yeah, let's start with, I mean, since we're here, we're
Oh,
expats.
the mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
Lord Almighty. I know episode 1 had a mosquito story, but honeys, it got worse.
Oh, no.
Tell us.
The second invasion of mosquitoes.
That's what they called it. They called it
Nubes.
an
Clouds of mosquitoes.
Clouds of
All
them.
over the place. Oh, disgusting.
Oh yeah, people are like when you go to the park. It sounds like popcorn because everyone's just like slapping themselves.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
day after this one came out, we went to the park and we walked through the grass, and out of the grass just emerged clouds of,
Yeah.
and we ran. We started running off.
Yeah, we ran.
It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
We couldn't help it, and there were people walking like with tank tops on or like no shirt, and there were like mosquitoes like all over their backs and shoulders, and it made me sick. I wanted to go slap them, like kill them all,
Just
kill them all.
kind of like a tie-dyed
Yeah,
shirt, you know?
yeah, like
so much
splattered
of
with
it.
blood.
Oh, God,
Lord,
that's
blood
terrible.
stains.
Aren't they poisoning? They're spraying the
They've been starting to
What
spray
is it,
parks.
dengue or something?
dengue.
Yeah, dengue.
Oh, no, but they're poison.
They're
Well,
Yeah.
dengue is only carried by the Aedes mosquito, the tiger mosquito.
Oh,
The
the
black
tiger
ones with the
mosquito.
little white stripes on their legs. Those
Oh,
ones.
I've never looked at one long enough
Oh,
to
yeah.
see,
Oh, I
see
know
what
those.
color its skin was.
Yeah. Oh,
Of
Normally-
course, I don't do that anyhow. Yeah, we're all created equal,
But
right?
I mean,
Are we?
I know those tiger mosquitoes. When I look at one, I see it, and I see those tiger legs. I'm like, oh fuck no.
Well,
Hell no.
when I slap it, I always look at my hand and I see the little legs, and the
Right.
legs are black and white.
There's some that their legs look like spiders.
Yeah, they're just normal brown legs. But if
Yeah.
you slap it and look, you'll see those legs.
Don't
Those
Don't
are
you
the
hate
only
it
ones.
when
That,
you slap one and you got a little splotch of blood on your thing, like
All
he
the time.
already
That's the
did
word.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
what's well.
he already
did you.
should have done that at
Right.
hers.
Yeah, and like too little, too late.
Right. I mean, you got some info. Like, you said the dengue was only in the old homes, and also they're spraying the parks. Up
They're
there.
spraying the parks, but a lot of the dengue exists
kill them.
in like little puddles and old cars that have that have been
Oh
sitting
yeah,
there.
oh,
Old homes,
Car
yeah.
junkyards are
Exactly.
huge.
So it's in the city. So as much as you spray out in the parks, the dengue is in the city.
That's gross.
Ooh.
But the good thing is that only 80% of people, 80% of people have no symptoms.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dengue is not deadly to most
Kind of like
people.
COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember those statistics?
Oh my
God.
god.
Oh, lies, lies,
God.
and more lies.
Yeah, COVID was. I had COVID. It was the easiest 3 days of my life. It was
You
better
didn't have
than
to
the
do
fever.
anything.
Yeah.
You call in and say,
You call
"Oh,
in
I
sick?
got
Yeah.
COVID."
I was like,
Meanwhile, Walmart's doing a home delivery of 3 cases of Budweiser.
Every
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of mosquitoes and Budweiser, this beer actually makes you more susceptible to mosquito bites.
not the beer.
Supposedly.
No.
Supposedly, yeah.
Uh-huh,
It maybe
okay,
makes you breathe
okay.
harder or laugh more, and more carbon dioxide is coming out. Maybe that's what it is. People,
So, Jesus, what are we doing?
people
to
start drinking beer, they
ourselves?
start singing, they start laughing.
We already have that expat blood. We're from like a different area, so they love our
Oh, yeah.
blood.
Hey,
Oh, God.
our office is down here on Avenida de Mayo, which is like one of the real main streets of Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
And the other day, I saw a mosquito tour bus go by. It was full of mosquitoes. And I could hear, the tour guides, they always speak through these little battery-powered microphones.
Yeah,
Like
on their
he
waist.
says, pointing out all the good places, the best places to get a blood meal in Buenos Aires. And all the mosquitoes are like, "Bee."
Oh, I get it.
Conversation.
I didn't know you spoke mosquito.
Oh yeah, I hear the
Oh,
white
listen, we got a Confederate here. Slap him! Slap him now!
I've been fluent since last year.
Well, that was gonna go good in the 30-second time.
A spy.
Spy amongst us.
Right, I'm like, and then they'll all come in. They're like, oh no! What the fuck, Johnny?
What have you done?
Oh Lord.
Mosquitoes.
But I mean, it's strange because they're spraying the parks. But what they need to do is like go and get people to start dumping out their plant water and then like get the water out of their old
Yeah.
cars.
It's the water.
Because that's what's really breeding the mosquitoes.
Old
The
abandoned
ones
houses
with
with
the
the
dengue.
poop.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Well, somebody posted, sent me actually in my WhatsApp, sent me a video of helicopters in La Plata that were
La Plata.
spewing the
Yeah.
rays.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
really kind of weird. I didn't know they could hold a can that big, but the helicopter's up there with this huge can of Raid.
Yeah.
Little plug for Raid. Just spraying there.
Yeah, like a mosquito repellent.
It's also La Plata.
And actually, people took that video and then they twisted it. They're like, instead of saying they were spraying the rain, they were like, look at them. They're loosing clouds of mosquitoes over Buenos Aires. What a conspiracy.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no way. Like, mosquitoes would die at that altitude. They're like, they would freeze to death.
We'll have to.
It's too cold that high. They don't live at that temperature.
That's all we're waiting for is cooler temperatures because when it's cold, the mosquitoes kind of lay low.
Yeah, they die out.
But then when it's cold, you can't go outside anymore. It sucks.
I mean, you put on a good jacket and a scarf, and you can sit outside and sit
It's
outside,
different.
drink, have some. Yeah, but it's chilly,
different.
yeah.
I love the
Euros.
heat. Sit outside in the heat. It's fun. Sit outside in the cold. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go back inside now.
I mean, once it cools off a little bit in like for fall, the mosquitoes will die off and
for a
start
month,
going away.
yeah.
It won't be that bad. I mean, it'll be like spring. In spring, the mosquitoes are not here, and it's perfect weather. But summer is just a.
Speaking of the
Summer's a
helicopter
beat.
thing, they are dumping mosquitoes from helicopters in Taiwan.
No, wait.
So,
a
yeah.
minute.
What?
Wait
Jonathan,
a minute.
earlier you said something about they infect these males with something that makes them
Oh
not.
yeah, they're radioactive.
Oh, yeah, I
they're
remember that.
zapping them.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
they're
it's a
nuking them.
bacteria.
Yeah.
It's a Wolbachia bacteria. So they infect the males with it, and they're dumping it all across Taiwan so that the eggs never hatch. Is what happens.
Oh, so they have a different method.
Yeah, because in Taiwan, apparently, Taiwan is kind of like.
so they can still have sex, but that doesn't make babies.
It's like
The
they're
babies don't hatch,
good. Yeah, they're giving the mosquitoes AIDS, and now everyone's gonna die from all the mosquitoes are gonna die from sarcoma.
Jesus, they don't. The
They're
babies
gonna go
don't.
fuck all the other mosquitoes there. All the mosquitoes are gonna have AIDS,
Jesus.
and then all the AIDS mosquitoes are gonna die.
Oh my! Maybe that was the plan with AIDS. Oh my God!
That was the original plan with eggs.
Oh,
How about another conspiracy?
Oh my god.
Noticing the apologies for next week.
Jesus Christ. I mean, at least here they're like they're nuking their balls. They're like, pew! And they're like, oh yeah, sorry, you ain't procreating no matter what you
babies.
do.
Yeah, they're using a
It's like
bacteria.
nuke castration.
Yeah, right. Well,
Nuclear.
but you can still have your fun.
Exactly. Yeah, let them have fun.
Damn. Wow. Jesus.
But,
that is so
yeah.
strange. That is so
All right, enough with the mosquitoes.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
look at
yeah,
the.
we covered
That was
mosquitoes.
fun.
Mosquitoes are covering us.
Yeah, right.
As they
Yeah.
covered us.
We covered it.
Oh,
La Plata was
God.
bad though.
Oh God! I'm trying to get residency in Argentina.
Oh, yeah.
And you can stay for 90 days. You can extend that for another 90
Like a
days, and
travel
then you can
visa.
apply for a temporary residency for a year. You do that 2 years, and you can get a permanent visa. Okay, so it came up. I needed my fingerprints, and so I was directed by the U.S. Embassy to go to this office where I got my fingerprints taken today. Then I went back to the U.S. Embassy, and they said, "Oh, we can't process your fingerprints. You have to go straight to the FBI in Washington." And I was like, "Oh my God, no, not the FBI!"
Oh, God.
Oh, that's the worst institution in the world for
Those
enforcing.
slow pokey.
Oh,
bureaucratic
God. I'm sure
bureaucracy.
there's some people that work for the FBI, and maybe they agree with us. Send us your comments. We want to know.
Yeah.
I had a friend in Virginia who was part of the U.S. Marshal Service, which is the oldest protective organization in the United States, established in, what was it? It was 1789 by George Washington.
Yeah, I mean the
Damn,
marshals.
that's an
The
old
marshals were like existing in like open prairie law. Like they were like, oh, we're the marshals, because there was no state law at the time.
It was
so
the
they were,
Wild West.
It was
Right.
like the U.S. owned, quote unquote, owned the land, but then the only law enforcement was the U.S. Marshals, because there were no states, so there was no state police.
That's the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah, so like that.
Oh,
So
that
that's when the
happened
marshals
after
were all over. Like even in Texas, they're like marshals were everywhere. So cool, actually.
Oh,
Really
yeah, that's
interesting
great.
part of.
Well, I knew somebody who was a deputy marshal in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
And he told me stories you wouldn't believe. But he said, whenever they were working a case or drugs, what they do witness protection, fugitives, justice prisoners, and
Yeah.
alien transportation system.
And they usually
Now,
work
what
for
the hell is that?
courts.
Alien
Alien.
transportation system.
People to take them from the police court system to the border patrol.
Immigration.
They probably picked up those
Immigration.
people in the Miami Mall.
system.
and they're now in the custody of the U.S. Marshal Service.
Right, but that was just a bunch of like kids like robbing and like causing hectic. Well, anyway, yeah, go on.
Well, anyhow, he said when they were working a case for drugs or whatever, and the FBI came in it's like they all threw their hands up in the air, like,
No,
oh,
it's
this is
over.
totally fucked.
It's over.
Totally fucked. It ain't gonna work. You can't talk to anybody.
Cold
at the
case.
FBI.
We're done.
So as far as my residency goes, I'm kind of fucked, you know.
Yeah.
But
so-
we'll see. I'll try.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're traveling, if you're still in the States and you plan to like move, maybe like see if you can get your papers like or your check all your checks while you're still in the States, so they can use USPS or whatever and mail it directly to you. So that way, when you get here, it's already in hand and you don't have to worry about it.
All they need is proof of income or a bank account that has a bunch of money in it, and your criminal background check from the FBI, and also the state where you live.
Where you lived, yeah.
That's 3 documents. That's all you need.
Yeah,
to
they'll
apply.
just print it out and then notarize it, and then you could just take that with you. It's much easier than being here and living and not like I'm not going back, so they have to.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole.
It has to be separately
process.
notarized. It's a pain in the a.
Anyways, yeah.
It's a pain in the a.
Yeah, well,
Pain in the A, Malay.
it can be done. Oh, did I hear the word Malay?
Yeah.
Malay.
Oh my God.
What
okay.
is going on with
Okay.
that, gentlemen?
Okay,
News,
before we start all the news, and because we're gonna go into it from this.
Brain fart.
I'm waiting.
Oh no, here it is.
Right.
Anticipation is killing me.
Right. Ah, here we go. Argentina. The Ministry of Economy posted the monthly numbers for January
Oh, yeah.
of the government, and for the first time in 12 years, Argentina is back in the black. They posted a surplus of $589 million.
$500 million saved.
$500
in
million
1 month.
in surplus. They are no longer in a deficit, and that includes what they paid to the IMF.
No kidding.
Yeah, so Argentina is now above. They're no longer like
Redlining everything, yeah.
They're no
Here we
longer
go.
spending more than they earn. They're now earning.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That has to happen here.
and yet.
Yesterday, the Minister of Economy met with the IMF.
Oh, yeah.
The second in charge of the IMF. Today, Malay is meeting with him,
Mhm.
and tomorrow he's going to meet with Antony Blinken from the U.S.
Oh, that's right. Blinken's coming
Oh,
here.
Secretary of State.
The
Right.
President of the United States. What do we call him?
Oh yeah, he's the president.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean Sleepy Joe Bob can't do anything.
Sleepy Joe Bob.
Sleepy
Joe
Joe
Bob.
Bob. Okay. We got some stories about
I mean,
Sleepy
what do they
Joe.
got? They-
Well, let's
Joe
continue
Bob.
with Malay.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, right.
Let's get this done.
Right. So wow. So yeah, Malay's been doing a good job, and he's been paying the IMF. So he knew that by cutting and firing all these people, he would end up with a surplus.
Oof.
And January is it's $500 million.
$500
but
million, a lot.
That's a lot for Argentina.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's an enormous amount.
That's a lot for me too.
Yeah, I wish.
I'll say. Yeah.
But,
589. Like one more million, they could have had 590.
But the poverty line has risen to 57%
Yeah.
of the
Oh,
population.
I saw
now.
that. And
Yeah.
but in
57,
December
right.
before Malay, it was 49%.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
still
there's some Catholic organization here, some political
Catholic
organization.
University.
Okay, yeah, there was an article and I read it that said they're blaming Malay for the 59%, the whole 59% poverty rate.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
it
59.
really exploded. I mean, and like we talked a couple weeks ago about the soup kitchens, like they can't even afford. I mean, the poverty is going up. I mean, that's it. Like Malay
Like,
did
it's
say,
inevitable.
it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Well, he said no hay plata. There is a techno remix for that, by the way.
no, wait, what?
There is a techno remix for the. You know his
No.
inauguration speech. He said, "Perdón, no hay plata."
No hay plata.
No,
And so now
there's no money.
there's
Yeah.
no money.
Okay.
There's a
No
techno
hay plata.
remix for that now.
Oh my! How did you go?
No hay plata. Dun, 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 dun.
No, they
I-
picked it up.
Yeah.
No, I flat.
No, I know, I know.
No. What
No,
yes.
hay
Anyways,
plata.
Boom, boom, boom.
you can make a remix for everything.
Holy
but
moly!
It's an iconic phrase.
Yeah.
No hay
No hay
plata.
plata. And he's taking charge of it. He's like, there's no money, so let's stop spending money we don't have.
And now the poor is. There was on TN, Todos Noticias,
Todos
which is
Noticias.
a news station here.
Yeah.
They went around and looked at places that had necesito empleo, like who work wanted.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting new employees for the first time in a long time. They've had these signs in their windows forever, like, oh, we finally took it down after a year, after 2
Interesting.
years. So people are working.
Yeah.
Yes, and remember my prediction about transportation vehicles?
Oh,
If
yeah.
it gets too expensive? I was on yesterday there was a transit strike.
Oh,
Here.
yes,
Yeah.
the
Okay,
trains.
the buses, if they were running at all.
The trains.
The train
and
stops.
I sat on my balcony. I live on the main street of Buenos Aires,
We know
9
this.
de Julio.
Yeah, we've
and,
said this.
And I saw so many of those huge carrier vans. They're not really huge. They maybe hold 10, 12 people.
Okay.
There was one after the other because
Yeah.
people are using that as an alternative to
Yeah.
get to work.
Fair enough.
There were many more yesterday than I'd ever seen before.
Well,
Interesting.
yesterday was the power of trains.
Yeah.
All the trains that come from the provincias, all of them stopped
Right.
for
And
24 hours.
Really quick, speaking on what you just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
go ahead, go ahead.
Speaking on, like, more people are working now, and everyone has for, like, employees needed signs. Just yesterday, the minimum wage went from they posted
Oh, yeah.
by presidential decree because the employees and earners and employees and workers couldn't come to an agreement. So Malay just made a presidential decree. Minimum wage goes up from 180,000, about $215 in February, to 202,800 in for March and onward. So now it's like
Wow, okay, so
even the minimum wage is going up.
I mean,
So he's
yeah.
trying to keep. The guy isn't dumb. He's trying to keep everything
Oh, he's
going
super
up.
intelligent, and he's a super patriot.
Yeah.
He's the Trump of Argentina.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, it's
And
nice.
it's-
If the minimum wage is going up and there's work, well, then just go to work.
Right. I mean, which also, I mean, it's gonna reflect back in prices. Like if he keeps devaluing, plus the price of transit goes up, plus all employers have to pay their people more for minimum wage, prices are gonna go up.
You gotta hit it
So
from
we're
both
gonna
sides.
see like lots of building prices.
More inflation.
Probably, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But just even more, just because now they have to pay their employees all this money, and they're just gonna pass that
Of
money
course.
off to the
Of course.
consumer.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you were saying about the transit strike.
Yeah, the transit strike. So they said they stopped the trains because they couldn't afford, like, I guess because inflation was so much, they couldn't afford the food. So the workers were just like, we're going to stop for a day because we can't afford anything now. So we're stopping a day. The teachers are going to strike as well.
Oh my.
School in Argentina, so we're ending summer here in Argentina, in the southern hemisphere. School is supposed to start the 26th of February, next week. The teachers are thinking that they're going to go on strike for a week because they haven't come to an agreement either.
So school's not going to start on time.
Yeah, it'll probably start a week late.
Wow.
So
Happy
every-
kids.
There are so
Whole
many
bunch of
strikes
happy
there.
kids.
Yeah, the kids will be happy.
Yeah.
One more week of summer.
What's not to like?
And then, but I mean, a teacher strike is gonna reinforce what Malay was saying. Like, well, because you guys keep wanting this parentist type, like you want us to take care of you. Well, look, if you are a teacher and you're striking, your strike is taking away from time that you can be educating the students. And we already have people can't read, people can't do basic math. We're trying to help you. Don't strike. Just work with us.
I would say pay the teachers.
Oh yeah, of
You
course.
should always pay the teachers. Pay them
Is
teachers.
it Finland? They have the highest paid teachers in the world.
See, that's
Probably.
what it should
Yeah,
be.
they pay those
Yeah,
teachers.
Finland is incredible.
Yeah, it's oh wow.
And why is it incredible? Because they pay their teachers.
Yeah, they pay their teachers like bank. Like they're the most important people.
Now that's the job to want. Oh, I want to be
Yeah.
a teacher.
You know, I read an article
$100,000.
about illiteracy rates. Okay, in Argentina, I think it was 47 or 49% of the people
Enormous.
cannot
God
read
damn,
or
it's
write.
enormous.
And I got a chart of all the countries, and in the United States, 24% of Americans in the United States cannot read or write.
Wow.
It blew me away. You can look this up. It's out there.
24% of the United States is more than the population of the all of Argentina.
But just think about you walking down the street. Think about you walking down the street.
Think about it
one
like
out of
that.
4 people, they don't know how to read.
Right. Gee, golly willikers.
Not here in Argentina. In the capital, everyone probably can read. But if
Oh,
you
yeah,
go
I
to the
mean-
province, half or
Yeah,
more
we're talking
cannot
West
read.
Virginia.
Oh, there we go.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we need the mountain
Right.
people. There's some hillbilly ass
Wow.
motherfuckers. Cannot. God, that's a lot though.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
Yeah. Right. Like oh.
Deliverance.
My goodness. But I mean, even in
That's
his
too much.
in his inaugural speech, Milei made a point. He said, this percentage can't read. And every year these people said they're going to give more money to the teachers, but they actually didn't. He's like, I'm going to give more money to the teachers. I'm going to make this an economy where teachers become the best. And then he's like, well, people can't do basic math. We want our kids to do math because how are you going to be like how are you going to compete with all these Westerners with their stock markets and their like magic numbers
Magic
They're
numbers.
magic numbers.
It's called
That
science.
work.
Science and chemistry.
I mean, I don't know. The stock market is nothing but magic numbers. They
Works
just make
for
shit up
somebody.
in there. They're like, oh,
I still don't understand the
Yeah,
stock
they
market.
call it,
yeah.
what do they call them? Like super conglomerated extra.
It's
super-
up like 100 points. The S&P 500 is up
magic
20
numbers.
points today.
Magic numbers. And then
What does that mean?
Yeah, nothing. So, how are you going to
You
compete?
can twist
if you can't-
numbers, whatever you want to get across, you can twist the numbers to make it so.
Right, but I mean,
Anything.
even like mathematics is good for coding, and like for the technological revolution, you need math to do your coding right. Like if this, then that, therefore that, and then
Perfect.
sometimes you need like data points. So and you have to code the mathematics, and you have to leave things open ended, and leave variables where variables are needed, and you need to be able to do that math in your head in order to make your app work correctly. So math is very important, and if nobody can do math, they can't even.
Could you say that one more time?
Yeah, right.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it kind of went over my head.
Yeah, the coders,
Please don't say it.
the coders who are listening will be like, yeah, we understand that perfectly. Thank you, nerd, for including us. I'm like, yeah,
You're
but it's
special.
true.
You
We
are
love
special.
coders.
Yeah, I mean,
Wherever you are.
yeah, definitely.
Coding, mathematics.
But I mean, that is the future. Like we're going to all technology. Well, anyway,
Let me go on to education.
Yeah, go
Education in America.
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson School of Science and Mathematics.
In Argentina?
And technology. No, it's in America.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It is a
It's
high school.
Probably in Virginia.
Yep, it's in Virginia.
Oh,
No, it's
okay.
in Virginia, yeah.
Monticello.
right.
Most, it's,
right.
yeah, probably.
That's where his home was.
Yeah, what's his name? Thomas
Okay.
Jefferson, the school.
Thomas Jefferson.
It's commonly ranked the highest high school in America. And they
Is it
recently.
private?
I don't think so, no.
Oh.
I should probably not look that up, but anyway.
Yeah, I was like, is it private high school? Or is
Because
it public?
they did a what's it called when you have to include like brown and black people.
Oh, not affirmative action.
It's an affirmative action. It's like an
Uh,
affirmative. So they shut down.
diversity.
It's, no,
Diversity.
that sounded so bad. I was like, you have to
I
include
think
black
that's a
people.
cliche now. I don't think anybody says diversity.
No,
they
they-
say, I'm black, give it to me now.
Oh Lord! Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
Good God, Lord.
You're just like you're black. Give me that black.
Okay, I'm not going to change the conversation, but a quick aside.
Oh, God.
You know, Thomas Jefferson died in the equivalency of $10 million in debt.
Whoa.
His entire life, not maybe, but the end of his life, whatever, was paid for using other people's money. And if that isn't democracy, if that isn't capitalism, I don't know what is.
I mean, yeah,
That's true.
Isn't the entirety of the United States doing that? But okay.
So he was really in the black. I guess he was in the blacks. The blacks. Oh
Well,
my
he
God.
was, you know.
Jesus
he
he was in the red, but he was in the
He
black.
had a black mistress, one of his slave girls, and he knocked her up. You know, this is true.
damn.
And so the
Illicit
ancestors of this black woman are coming back to the estate of Thomas Jefferson. This maybe was like 10 years ago, because they can genetically prove
ranked
through
themselves,
DNA
yeah.
that they are descendant of
Yeah,
Thomas
yeah.
Jefferson,
I mean-
and they want the money. No,
Give me some of
more
that
than
money.
that, more than that. It's not just the money.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful. You know, there's,
There probably ain't no law for them anyway.
I mean,
but-
he probably loved her, you know.
guess-
She was probably hot as shit,
Yeah.
you know, and just had a lot of fun.
They say that she wrote that part of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah,
she was a
Really?
smart bitch, yeah.
a lot of it's
Because
strange.
apparently Thomas Jefferson was in debt. He didn't know how to handle money. Didn't know how to do shit. And so his black bitch was like doing all the work.
Like, hey,
He's like, Thomas, get your ass over here.
Buddy,
God damn it, Thomas, what the fuck?
this is some shit. How about this?
Thomas.
put it this way.
In the course of human events. Wow, that's wonderful. Now, what would her name be?
Like Shelley.
She
What
has
was her
been,
name?
she's Sally.
Sally. It was
Sally.
Sally.
It was a
Yeah.
Sally.
Really, Sally? That was
Sally,
That was quite wonderful.
God, I almost
In
got
the
her
course
last
of
name.
human
Sally
events,
Jefferson.
it becomes whatever I forgot. But you know,
It is self-evident that, anyways, I'm
We
sorry.
were somewhere before.
Back to Thomas Jefferson
Yeah,
High
we were
School.
bouncing around here.
I like it. Oh, that was fun. We can talk about Thomas
We're not
Jefferson.
bouncing around yet, but it's close. Hang in, folks.
Oh, goodness God. Oh, we're
Thomas! God damn it, Thomas!
Mamma mia.
Thomas, get your ass over here. Did I not tell you? I wash the damn dishes and you cook the food.
Now you're taking
Except for that damn pecan pie, girl. I'll cook that pecan pie.
you're going
That's
to
mine.
Miami. You're taking it to old black women. Give me younger black women. Jesus.
You're killing me.
Here we go. Thomas, you better get your goddamn ass over here, Thomas. Jesus Christ, Thomas. This pussy ain't gonna hit itself. Oh my God. Okay, we have to stop on Thomas Jefferson. Speaking of Thomas Jefferson, Budweiser Bush. Enjoy a cold beer.
Oh my God. That might be one of the best laughs so far in the history of this podcast.
So Jefferson goes out on the porch with a bottle of Jack Daniels and, oh fuck, man.
Like, God damn.
Married life. What do you
Sally
want,
got
you know? Love.
One of the quotes from Thomas Jefferson, he's like, there's nothing better than watching a sunset and smoking some cannabis.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think I've heard that.
It's like,
I
Thomas,
think I've heard
get over
that.
here and smoke this blunt.
Thomas is blood gonna finish himself.
Sally brought it home for him.
Right.
She hit the contacts.
It's like fresh from the fields, honey.
You hit this shit, Thomas. Hit it.
I don't. Whoa. Wow, that's kind of nice.
And that's how they wrote the Declaration of Independence.
Oh my God.
High as hell on
Hey,
cocaine
wait.
and cannabis.
Cocaine, cannabis.
Yep.
Well, we all know the United States is founded on drugs, right?
And still,
that's where all the big money is now.
Yep, drugs
fuck
and
the banks,
alcohol.
fuck insurance. You know,
Cannabis.
they recently captured a submarine that was heading to the United States that was full of cocaine.
Oh,
it was like I don't know, 500,000 pounds of cocaine, but it was a fucking submarine.
Wow.
So basically, 500,000
Somebody
pounds.
sold them out because you can't see a submarine. You don't know there's
Right.
cocaine in there. Dogs can't swim that low.
Right.
You know.
That sounds like a weekend in Miami. 500,000 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah.
And maybe one more pound.
Just floats in on the beach, like 100 kilos just floats in on, and you're like, oh, what's that? Oh!
And all of a sudden, like, there's a techno party.
And then all of a sudden, like, all these dudes walk up and, like, with guns and shit, just pick the whole block up, and everyone's just fucking loaded.
Well, they
got
probably
gas
pay
all
a cover
over.
charge, and then the helicopters come in and just kind of drop cocaine over the whole
Just
crowd.
sprinkle
and
them.
everybody just
It's like the mosquitoes with
That's
the
the drug
pesticide.
trade. But that
You
is
just like a helicopter just sprinkles cocaine on everyone.
Oh, my
it's smelling
God.
cocaine.
Oh. But that's a thing. Like, that shouldn't. Well. Oh.
Keep going. I'll
No, what do you
Actually,
What's
so
on your mind?
I was reading somewhere this guy, this super rich dude, was like, I'm gonna make a submarine. Like, I can have a yacht, I can have a super yacht, I can have a yacht as big as a fucking warship, but I can't have a submarine. So he built a submarine, and I'm gonna check this and bring it back next week with the actual facts. I'm pretty sure this rich guy built a submarine, but what I think in my mind is, well, why can't the rich? Why can't we as private individuals have submarines?
Did you hear about the Titanic explorer people?
No, but they had like
A private submarine.
Well, yeah, but
And
those
they got
are like,
evaporated.
But they're like research submarines under like.
That was a privately owned.
Yeah, by a non.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
It
Yeah.
imploded.
It imploded.
It imploded while they were, yeah.
Oh,
It just
God.
like, shoom.
You didn't hear this yet?
It's like smashing a can on the street.
Uh-huh. They literally
Ooh, what a
turned
horrible
to
death.
fizz.
Yeah, what a horrible death.
Well, that's,
No.
Let's hear it for the FTC. I guess they do something right, you know. Federal Trade Commission or what is it? Somebody
The Federal
controls
Trade-
that. I don't know what. There's some acronym.
I mean, that is like really amazingly scary, but also terrifyingly incredible. Like that deep in the water,
I would
the
never
pressure
do
of
that.
the water will literally just turn an entire submarine into a small smushed can in a matter of seconds. Like what the?
They said it was
Like
0.2,
tuna. They opened
0.2
it up and
seconds.
said, oh.
Dude, like
Faster than the brain reaction to pain, they died faster than the brain's reaction to pain. So it was a painless
God.
death. I don't even know if they had their
Amazing.
DMT moment.
That's incredible.
Because then when you die, you get DMT and you kind of like see your whole life flashing before your
I
eyes.
don't know. I've never done that.
No,
Neither have I.
It's a natural chemical. It only happens when you die.
No, you can do DMT.
Oh,
you can.
well, I haven't
smoke
either.
it apparently, or you can,
Yeah,
So
but
your light
supposedly-
flashes in front of you,
Yeah,
or that
yeah.
type of shit?
Yeah,
It turns like,
he's the
it comes from
pharmacist.
the very center of your brain, from the pituitary gland. So when you die, it's the last thing you ever see, but it can turn like a second into a year. It's that powerful.
And it makes you high, like, right? Or it makes you like not feel anything. You're just like you're gone.
Yeah, it's like the last explosion of your brain. So if you die that quickly, did you have your DMT moment? Did you get to like
yeah.
relive your life
They
and
might
then
be
like
ghosts.
yeah?
Maybe they're ghosts. They
It
never-
gives you like a moment, even if you have Alzheimer's or whatever, you get a moment of clarity for like 1 second that lasts in a year. Anyway,
Salud.
yeah, salute.
There we go. Excuse me.
Salud.
Let's get back on point.
Yeah, right.
We have
Well,
Thomas
yeah.
Jefferson.
Yeah, so we say we say bless you when somebody sneezes, So when you sneeze
Oh,
here, you
it's
go
salud.
salute.
Speaking of salud.
Salud.
Also, ching ching.
We're halfway through the show.
Oh, are we
And-
ready?
Yes, and we're ready for another Budweiser moment. It's really nice.
We're gonna have to
Bud
create
Light
a
is my
jingle for
favorite.
this one. We're gonna have to create a jingle for this one.
Jingles.
Yeah, right.
I hope you enjoy our jingles, people.
Jingle, 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 jangle, like the.
Look at my gluteus dangle.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, get into that good. Music sound. Musical sounds.
Johnny's a little slow.
Yeah, I'm a little bit slow today.
Johnny's out
Taking it
here.
Easy. It's okay. A little morsel left in here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I want to get back to the. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, gun start us on.
Well, no, I was going to go back to Thomas Jefferson School.
Oh, yeah, that's what you were saying.
Oh yeah,
That's
okay,
right.
Let's
That's
talk more on that. Okay,
That's right.
I just want to finish this point here.
Yeah.
So the highest ranked high school is in America is 70% Asian.
Oh
Well,
my.
why does that not surprise me?
And so this affirmative action thing made their rate go down to 50% because they invited more Latinos and blacks and girls.
Yeah,
And so-
lowering the bar, whatever. Not really lowering
I don't-
the
yeah,
bar,
I-
just accepting. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of like foreign speaking
So-
English as a
You've
second
gotta look
language.
at it. Asians have millennia and millennia. I mean, thousands and thousands of years of discipline. It's what they do with their brains. And so I firmly believe that the Asian brain is really superior. More
Well, if
than
you-
Germans.
Oh, girl, that sounds real. I know. And
The
just
Germans
to
just said, well, I mean, they had
Don't do that, but-
they had like Genghis Khan and the Mongols and all those like,
Oh, yeah,
fucking,
all that
like they were
stuff.
like the equivalent of Vikings. Like they were brainless fool. Maybe
I think it's
not
just
brainless.
the
They were-
practice, the
they were
discipline.
Yeah, maybe on that.
Because if you look at the UC, the University of California system,
All Asian.
almost all of UCLA stands for you see lots of Asians. We
Yeah,
went to
right.
high school.
Yes.
We went to a high school that was. We went to a
University
private
of
high
California.
school.
University of California.
It was called LLA, Loma Linda Academy. It's called Lots and Lots of Asians. LLA, lots and lots of, because it was full of Asians are just like
we
fucking.
were like the only dark skinned.
Yeah, there was like
There were
five
like
black
one or
people in the
two
school.
like proper black. We were mixed skins, but there were
like
like
two,
one,
three black
two
people,
in
yeah.
the entire school.
And they weren't even from America. They were like from Senegal or from
Yeah.
Africa, Kenya.
Yeah, right.
And then the rest were just Asians, and like the white, I guess the
Koreans,
privilege.
Chinese, some Filipino.
Koreans,
Yeah.
Chinese, Filipino, yeah. No
Yeah.
Japanese, strangely, but
Mm.
it's a thing. UC system I think most of
but
them
it
are
is-
over 50%
And
Asian.
it is California, so like California is
Like the
the
border.
coast of Asian immigrants.
I love my Asians. I love my
Whereas,
anime, I
like,
love all that, but
New York, and that's the coast of like European immigrants. So I mean, it's not totally like Asian
well, it's
slob.
Virginia,
Oh yeah, that
and
is
it's
amazing.
70%
That
Asian,
is amazing to me.
and it's the
Well,
best school in
I-
America.
That's
I
incredible.
really love Asian porn. I think they.
Oh my goodness!
I think
Wow,
they
wow.
got some beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna stop it right.
No, we're gonna keep going.
Hey,
This is
you
the
hear
recap,
me?
baby.
You know what I'm talking
my
about. Come
goodness.
on.
Yeah, if all these people looking at that, like, yeah.
You know what?
Yes, I
all those
know.
people listening. Oh
Asian
Lord.
porn. They do have like I think it's because they're so restricted, and I've been to Asia. They're very kind of regard
Femboy.
Discipline.
the discipline. They don't
Discipline.
express a lot,
Also, like very like.
and they're also quite feminine. The boys look like girls, the girls look like boys. They're very. It's
You're like,
What are you
the-
gonna do?
What the? Yeah. What? It's the world. We're full of all these wonderful things, and we're free to explore. So why not?
yeah. So explore that Asian porn.
Why not?
Yeah, fuck no. They have some weird
Explore
porn.
what? What did you say?
I said explore that
I
Asian
didn't hear
porn.
what he said.
I just
didn't
say
hear-
explore the world in general
Explore it all.
and meet
He says-
people. That's what I'm saying.
Explore Asians in depth.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, there's a lot of weird Asian porn shit. There's like the foot
the
stuff
depth.
and the.
The depth is subjective.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Where
Too much
have we
into that.
gone?
No. Okay. Here
no,
we got
I'm
some.
with it, I'm with
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Let me
let's-
go to the next one. Yeah,
Actually, no.
we got something here.
53.
I'm on China. We're on Asia.
No.
I got something about Asia.
Okay, go ahead. But
It's
I'm
in
going
the-
to Texas after this.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Since we're on Asia,
That's from
Okay.
Texas.
since they stopped reporting their numbers, according to like Stanbury Investment Advisory, China's youth employment is about 20%. Since the start of 2020, China has seen a 4.7% deflation. based on like consumer price index data. It's the only country in the world that's suffering deflation, not inflation.
Would you say suffering?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's
Because like we
No,
suffer
no,
inflation.
that sounds good.
well, yeah, it
Just
might
suffer
sound
deflation
good for
too?
people with a budget, but for a system that relies on a fiat currency and central bankers, deflation is the worst because it
Things are getting cheaper.
it makes things cheaper.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
everyone's gonna start buying. I mean, I
Buying
don't
more.
see why that's bad.
Well,
Yeah,
a lot
inflation
of pundits
bad.
on the
Deflation.
internet, a lot of pundits are saying that China's got some kind of economic problem.
I mean, they have
So, yeah.
ghost towns that nobody.
And they're just building buildings.
They built, and like nobody lives in them.
I think they're getting ready for the move, the great move.
Yeah, this is
Well,
the thing.
they didn't have a room for their yak, and they can't move into a high rise if you don't have
Lord.
a special room for your yak.
Jesus
My God. What? You want me to move over here and link Xinjiao behind? I can't do that. I love Xinjiao.
Yeah, you're thinking cow.
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Oh God!
My yaks.
But oh God! But apparently the youth in China are not working. They refuse to work. They're like, we are not working for this country, and they're trying to leave. And like, that's 20% of what's their population?
Oh God, 2
Over a
billion?
billion.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
over a billion.
Billion. and a half, I think, now.
And
Yeah.
they're like the old people can't like continue production. They need the young people in the workforce to continue the current production numbers that they're supposed to meet. But since all the young people aren't working, there's no
They're
one to
busy
work.
watching Chinese porn.
Oh, there we go. Asian porn, baby. Woo.
Asian porn.
We're gonna need a jingle for Asian porn.
So
Well, that's discriminatory in itself. I'm
Right.
sure there's a difference between Chinese porn and Japanese porn and Thailand porn. You know, we just call it Asian porn,
Okay.
and that's that's just discriminatory.
Japanese
I
porn.
mean, I did mention like a couple podcasts back that China reduced all their tariffs so they can start importing shit. I think it's because their kids aren't working, and they can't produce the shit, so they're gonna start importing it. So they lowered their tariffs because they have no one growing. They have no one growing soy. They have no one doing any of this work. So they have to buy it from somewhere else. It's a couple weeks of
Incredible.
delay, and I think that's the connection there. All right.
The youth just fucking hates.
Yeah, and the
China.
youth hate it. They hate their government. They hate it.
I mean, in America, I think the kids hate the government too.
I would like to see what percent of the
Everywhere.
youth in the United States is not working. Because I think in the U.S.
Those
they whipped them
numbers.
into shape with the propaganda, and all the kids are working.
I don't think
Even
so.
Well, no,
bringing
they're
their
living
house.
with their parents until they're 34 years old.
Which
Because
is-
they can't afford a house.
Yeah,
It's so
it's-
expensive there.
Yeah.
We mentioned this earlier. They are the #1 target for marketers for stores, clothing, CD,
Yeah.
music, all this stuff, restaurants, because they have so much money because they don't pay rent. They live with their
Oh.
parents.
But-
We mentioned this
Smart.
before.
Right, and that started with my generation. It was my generation that this began because my generation is the one that went through the Great Recession in 2008, 2009. So when we were graduating from college, nobody would hire our asses. And so we were just like fucking begging on the streets. We had these college educations, but we have nowhere to work, and no one would hire us.
Useless college
And
education.
and that happened every class after us, but we were the first ones to deal with it. So when we called back, we're like, it's like, well, can you get a job? No, I can't. I've been searching. All right, well, come back home. It's okay. You're always welcome at home. All right.
Go
That's
back
how
home.
everyone ended up back at home. And once he got
With
back home-
$100,000 of debt.
With it, hundreds of thousands.
Oh, yeah, hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands.
And they're like, what are we gonna do with this debt if I don't have a job?
Should've
And
just
no
bought
one
a
will hire
goddamn
me.
Yeah,
house.
you got an $800 a month student loan.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
how are you going to live off that?
$1,000, $2,000 a month student loan could be
Really?
yeah, humongous depending on where you went to school. But
You
that
went
and
to
that's,
American
why our
University.
generation, we're finally starting to get out because everyone started learning coding, sitting in their mother's house. Oh, I'm gonna create an app,
I don't even know.
and
It
now
just
they're
fizzles.
now they're coming up. Now they're finally getting out of it.
I think they still just think, fuck it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fuck
I mean,
it. We're not going to. The system doesn't
The
work for
system
me.
fucked me.
we
So
have to vote for
I'm
is
not,
like
I'm not doing anything to it.
I mean, there is Joe Biden versus Trump right now.
I'm sorry.
God.
I don't
Did
want to
you
say
see
who
that?
I'm going with, but
Did you see
Yeah.
that thing that came from Reuters?
Oh,
About
yeah.
there was a video of Joe Biden. He was walking through a Starbucks or
There we
something
go.
in a mall, and somebody called out something. But
it was
They
about the,
digitally inserted
about the war.
the words "fuck you, Biden" into this video and released it like that.
Right, so if you
It
listen-
never happened.
if you
What,
listen to
what
the-
did the guy say?
Yeah.
He was
You know,
he said something
got the
about
facts.
guns. He said tighten up gun laws. What are you doing about gun laws? And then they added this extra "fuck you, Joe," "fuck you, Biden," "fuck you, Biden" kind of
So
chant.
the original recording said what?
It just said a heckler basically came out and said, "Do something more about what are you going to do about Joe about
and
the
the
gun
digitally
laws?"
enhanced recording said what?
After he said that, they put in "fuck you, Joe."
They just
Fuck you,
inserted it. They didn't enhance anything. He never
That's
said
'cause,
yeah, they
anything
just-
of the
They
sort.
digitally added some shit.
They digitally added the audio
They're
that
looking
said
for a pity
"fuck
vote."
you,
I mean,
Biden."
I mean, and
That's from Reuters, by
Biden.
the way.
So if Reuters is already reporting on this, then honeys, we should like definitely not trust anything. That should be a sign. Stop your trust right now.
Jesus, what are they? I mean, what are they doing? I mean, they're looking for like a pity vote or something from
Yeah,
Joe.
sympathy vote. Well, for me, so people say nasty things to me, and they have a problem with me stumbling up the steps,
I sleep
the
all
small
day.
steps to my super jet,
I
Air
can't
Force
go to
One.
bed.
They think I'm terrible, and what's his name? I talked to Mitterrand last week,
God, the
I get
wrong-
the president of France. And he said, "You're doing a good job." What's my name again? Joe.
George Biden.
George.
George.
It's something like that.
Heather.
I'll go. I like
I'm
ice
Heather.
cream. You have
Well,
ice
I
cream?
like Heather now. I'm Heather.
What
Okay,
was
Mr. Biden. You're Heather now. Yeah, I'm Heather.
That deposition came out recently when they deposed him for his Hunter Biden son, whatever that was.
So I said Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They basically said he's a well-meaning old man with with diminished mental faculties.
He's the leader of the free world. Give me a fucking break.
Well-meaning old
I'm
man
sorry,
with
but-
diminished mental faculties.
I don't want a well-meaning old man with diminished
Diminished-
mental faculties as my president.
I would vote.
I want an active young man with high active mental faculties.
I would vote for Joe Biden if he got a brain transplant.
I wouldn't even.
You wouldn't even do that.
No, let him die off. Let him die off.
I had to put Obama's brain in his
Let
brain.
him go.
I wouldn't
No,
vote for him anyway.
I'd rather have just like a good young
Yeah,
active mind.
nice young Trump, nice and young, active.
Well, there's 4 years.
No.
He's 4 years younger than Biden. I mean,
Well,
he's young and
age is-
spry.
I'm not.
You can't talk about age with the presidential primaries.
Yeah, no, they're all old bats.
Yeah.
This is old bat after old bat after old bat.
What
Like
happened to
we're
Robert Kennedy, by
like,
the way?
can we get some young active minds? Like, I mean, presidents used to be in their 20s.
Well,
No, it has
Well,
to be 35.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, right.
That- you have to be
right.
35.
Yeah,
John-
in their 20s.
John
But
Kennedy.
that was like your 20s.
How old
in
was
that
Kennedy?
age.
Kennedy was like 37, I think, when he was elected. And he
Young
was
man.
like the youngest president.
my
ever
age.
elected.
Yeah, I could be president.
And so, of course,
Well, actually, technically, I
Like
could
they
be
shot him
president.
2 years later, but
Right.
that's the
Yeah,
way it
look at that.
goes,
Which we're young. If you don't get with the
Wow,
get
hey.
with it, or we're gonna kill you.
Watch me have a comeback. Like, I come back to the United States after learning the whole world, and they make me president. I'm like, oh, you guys don't want me president. But go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was a joke.
I would like to see what happens if you.
Oh,
were
I would
president.
cause havoc.
Johnny,
I would be a
Johnny for
Malay.
president.
I would be a Malay.
2028.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, we're gonna run.
I would Malay
Johnny,
that shit.
go back to
Okay.
And after seeing Malay do it, I'm like, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. Let's close that down. FBI, you're fired. Fired because I said. That's why FBI fired because I said.
Okay.
Fired because I said.
Okay,
Oh,
folks.
slow
This
down.
is the beginning. This is the impetus
Yeah.
of the Johnny for president.
Oh my God.
2020.
This is when it was conceived.
2028. Okay.
I'm gonna come back in a ring of fire. I came back in a burning ring of fire.
And I went down.
And how do I even know that? That's Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Like, good.
But it's been
what a
remade.
well-cultured young man.
It's been remade by a lot of
my
people.
God.
yeah,
Johnny
I got it. It's good. Yeah, but
Is it? I mean,
Oh,
everyone
well.
loves Johnny. I mean, he's been used way back and forth in remixes and all kinds of.
yeah, but I mean, how do I know that? Like, I'm 36 years old. I should not know Johnny Cash, but I love Johnny Cash.
Oh, he's incredible.
What era was
Yeah.
he from? The 60s?
Yes, he was like
This is what was he?
he was when
I know.
when
50s.
Yeah.
Oh, the
50s and
50s,
60s.
okay.
Yeah, because he inspired Steve Jobs in them.
He
There
had
he
this
goes.
he had this persona of the bad guy, the man in black. right?
Yeah,
that was Johnny
I'm
Johnny
that's the
Cash.
man in black.
But
Yeah.
in real life, he was just a normal guy.
God,
He was milk
was a
toast,
cool
vanilla. Cool dude.
He was a cool
and
dude,
when
but-
he played San Quentin and made an incredible album, and they all loved him, he's like, I'm not identifying with any of these people because I've never been arrested. I've never been in a fight. Johnny Cash was totally cool.
Yeah.
What was it? Loretta Lynn was his wife.
Ooh, that I don't know.
I think it was Loretta Lynn.
Okay.
And she was totally cool. They were married like 30 or 40 years.
Oh, so he lived a long life, actually. Unlike most of
Yeah.
the rock stars who died when they were like,
His
20
voice
and
was
30.
incredible.
Yeah, I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Nobody can sing like Johnny.
Yeah, and then
Oh, look at that.
yeah.
Johnny, his name is Johnny. There's another Johnny here.
Oh, the other
Good
one
voice.
too. Well, yeah.
Voice of gold.
Remember a boy named Sue?
Oh,
A boy.
oh God! And he sort of like taught me. He was a boy. Oh, what was the one where he like?
I gave you that awful name so you grow up strong.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
A boy named Sue.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh wow. Oh, see, I guess that's like a byproduct of working for the Smithsonian. When you work for the Smithsonian, you just get exposed to all this history. And me, having worked for the Smithsonian, I got exposed to a lot of Johnny Cash. I was like, oh my God, I actually,
Well, that's
I
really
really like this. This is interesting.
Where was
I
he from?
Where was he from, actually? I don't know
I
that bit.
don't know. Brooklyn?
Oh, I was gonna,
I don't
with
know.
that voice, I was thinking like Tennessee,
Well,
Texas.
everybody wants to say Tennessee, but I really don't know
Texas
where
is
he was
gonna
from.
know.
But
I don't know.
It could have been, a Nashville
like-
kind of bred those kind of musicians,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he even had like a good sort of poet voice. Like he would do some songs with the poetry. He wouldn't even sing it. He would sort of sing it. Like, and
That's
this is
like,
the story of what was it?
He's
Oh my
You're
God.
giving me like Jimi Hendrix vibes here.
Well,
Because
that's Johnny Cash.
he didn't used to sing. He would only play the guitar. And this white woman told him, I don't know why I said white woman, but this woman told him.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah, he starts
I don't know.
And so he would
Well,
start.
Jefferson had a black woman, wrote the
Look
Declaration
at
of
this,
Independence.
interracial baby.
It's wonderful. Hey, I don't know. Humans love to mix themselves.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I had
The
I
thing
like
that's different
Asians.
from you is always more attractive.
Where are we gonna go with this? Oh, let's go to Texas real
Absolutely,
quick.
you hit it on the nail.
The thing that's different
What's
from you is
different
way-
is what you want.
Yeah, like I came down here. I love these Argentinian boys. I can't even help myself. But I mean, other American dudes, I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But these Argentinian boys, my God, I can't help myself. But it's something different from you.
Well, I have a new girlfriend here for
Ooh,
8 weeks now,
yes.
and she is 100% Tucumán,
Yeah,
which
she's
is a native Indian
Yeah,
of
she's like
Argentina.
indigenous.
And indigenous, and she's so incredible. I was at a
Beautiful.
dinner party the other day with 6 people, and I said, I feel like a conquistador. I came over here
Oh
and
my
I
God,
found
yeah.
my native Indian girl, and I'm gonna keep her.
You're John
Oh
Smith
my
and Pocahontas.
goodness. Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
But no, it's wonderful love, though.
Yeah.
John Smith and Pocahontas.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
she's
her.
so lovely. I know this lady. She is so lovely. Oh my goodness. If you guys, if you do join in one of our travelocities, you will be able to see. You will be able to meet because we will be putting on those shows anyway.
That's the mixing, yeah.
Shameless capitalistic product plug.
Oh, we didn't do that yet.
A little plug here. Also, we're going to do a few more audio podcasts, but we're going to move to video.
Oh yes, soon.
Oh, yeah.
And
you gotta
so
see
if you
these
want to
faces.
see
Stay
our
tuned.
faces just doubled over in laughter, it's
Yeah.
coming up. Don't worry.
Stay
Just
tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We finally have a grip on this.
get to know me. Get to know us.
Yeah.
We're good people.
Finally
We make
getting
you
a grip.
laugh.
The facial reactions are probably more funny than
That's
the jokes
true. I
sometimes.
think that's why we laugh so hard. Because
That's why.
it's our facial reactions.
It's true.
What the-
It's true.
The shock.
The other guys had a comment. Oh, Tom, you're so different on the street when we talk after this. Why don't you do that when you're recording? And I'm going like, well, I thought about it a couple days, and I said, it's because I speak with my face. I
That's
speak
it,
with my
yeah.
actions
Yeah.
so much.
And we're just like
and
laughing.
when I'm in front of a microphone, I feel everything has to be audio.
Right.
We're going to go video.
Yeah.
Hang in there, folks. It's going to be entertaining.
That is a good point, though, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of what you speak is, what's it called, body language.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
me, I do, but I'm literally using my body right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
To,
you're living.
oh my God.
May the record reflect that he is holding his arms up and jabbing them forward in a
Yes.
slightly chicken wing
Pestos.
movement.
Jesus Christ. Fuck
You like my smile, my laugh now. Wait till you see the mouth going with it. Oh
That'll
my
be
God.
funny,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Right.
Can you put a face to the voice? Oh. It's going to be a treat for you guys, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my
It'll be
God.
fun.
Okay. So where are we now? So what else do we have? There's
oh,
some
no, we have a
interesting
little-
shit. Like so. Okay, we got.
We've got one more. Let's go to Texas real quick because
Alright.
we have to talk about. We've talked about
And then let's
immigrants.
hit the
We are
predictions
immigrants,
as well.
and we get that too. You were saying about in Texas, they have been having immigration problems, which I think is fair.
Oh God, the whole country is against these policies. Well, Biden came in and he immediately reversed all the Trump policies, the things he did. Article 45, I think it was, and the wall, he stopped all that.
Right.
And it's proven to be disastrous.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And now, shall we just like make this very basic? Trump said no more entries and let's lock the border. Correct.
Real, yeah.
Biden said let's open the border. Let's reverse that. Let's open the border. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of.
Sort of.
He ended up
Or
building.
no restrictions.
He ended
or
up
that.
building
Yeah.
more wall, by the way.
Just this over. This is an oversimplification.
He said he would not build the wall. He built the wall. He's
Okay.
building more wall. He reversed back to the Trump era stuff. And also during Obama deported more people than Trump did.
Yeah. Wow. So good God, the Democrats are like evil little
So
liars.
they just sweep it under the rug, and you
Yeah.
think,
Well,
They
Trump's so
speak
bad.
outside and we're locking at the border, but actually, or we're so open for the border, but actually they're the worst.
Not at all, yeah.
You know, Trump made the comment in some place he was having a rally, a speech or whatever. He said New York City is crazy. There are like 300,000 or 400,000 migrants, illegal, sleeping on Park Avenue.
But I mean that.
You know, in Sixth Avenue.
I think
But-
it's
and that's-
fair.
Yeah.
That avenue is 19 miles long, so that's a lot of space.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's substantiated, but I'm sure there's a lot of people down there,
I don't have a problem with that at all.
up there.
I have no problem. Like I say the United States was founded on nothing but immigrants. So why are we? Why is the United States taking this stance against immigration?
Well-
they should be open immigration.
And what
Let-
percent?
Let people let people in.
I don't
I
think
mean-
it's a huge problem, but these
I
blue
don't
states.
I don't think the problem is as big as they make it out to be.
Possibly, but the blue states like New York, Chicago, California.
Right. Well, they're suffering the brunt of it. They're going to
Yeah,
have to
because
pay
they-
for these people in the streets.
because they're
Because
busing
it all
them
comes
there.
down to money.
Really?
Money, money, money.
They're busing them there. It used to be Texas would hold the brunt of it, and they would have to deal with the
They
whole
actually
problem.
flew them to Chicago.
Yes, and now they're actually putting the immigrants in the blue states like, oh, we love immigrants. Well, then deal with like we are dealing with. So we're going to pass them on to you. We're going to pass the buck to you if you want it.
You want to be
And
a
now-
sanctuary
You want to be a
city?
sanctuary? Yeah, we'll pass it to you.
That's
and
it.
and
Be a
now they're like,
sanctuary
oh.
city and shut the fuck up.
Right? I'm
And,
down with
and
that.
now, what did Mayor Eric Adams say?
I'm down with
We're
that.
in a catastrophe here. We need help. We need help. Well, you were telling Texas to let all the illegals in.
Y'all should have hired me when I was right out of college, and I would have fucking created
And now they
an
have a
entire system
Well,
for that.
you know,
Did you share the
53,
burden?
53 Texas counties
I was
have
studying this.
declared, what is it? What did they declare? They declared an invasion.
An invasion.
And they're pulling up the
Oh,
militia,
my-
the National Guard,
What
to
are they gonna
fend
do?
off this invasion at the party.
Like
at
what?
the
What
border.
were they? People running across the border? Like, come on now. This
No, they're
sounds like
swarming across the border.
bro. Like Border Patrol has no more.
That did happen once, actually.
Everyone's just running across. It's like a
Yeah.
free.
No.
They're,
that did
they're like
happen.
zombies in a zombie apocalypse, just spewing through the border.
It
in
is.
mass, like 30,000 a day.
Now, I say
Like,
it
what?
is. I don't know.
At one point, that did happen.
No.
They did just start like
Running
trickling through,
across
and then once you get a crowd running, how many people do you need to stop? 10,000 people from running.
Who cares? We all came into this country and killed the indigenous off anyway. So they're gonna come off, and we're now the second indigenous. They're probably gonna kill us off.
Reclaim their territory.
Except I don't live there no more. So.
Okay, we're back to Johnny Cash. Remember that song? You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
Ooh,
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
a B-side.
You got the
Oh,
herd
shit.
crossing
That's a
that,
B-side.
and the
I like
border
that.
patrol and
on the roller
trying
skates,
to do
okay.
something with it. You
So
can't
let's
do it.
do predictions.
Let's go to predictions, yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
do predictions. You got one?
Oh
Please give us
yes.
up.
Okay. So last week, this would be episode 7. Yeah, this is episode 8. Last week you predicted that you said Millet is going to. Well, you said that Millet is going to go the way of all the others and just fail.
Yes.
I think he's going to work it. He's going to work it.
I agree.
I think he's going to win.
I agree.
I think he's going to actually change his place, and it's going to work. And then all of a sudden, this is going to be a new little golden gem of South America.
Oh my God, Buenos Aires is incredible.
I really think
Golden
so.
gem?
The architecture,
golden gem.
the buildings, everything is here.
What did you say recently to me? This is the number one vacation spot?
Oh! And yeah, speaking of which, oh my goodness, let me pull that.
Do it quick.
Yeah, I gotta go quick. Okay.
Apparently, this is like the number one vacation spot
yeah,
by...
according to luxury... Where is it? According to where is it? There we go. Good news. According to Luxury Lifestyle magazine, Argentina is 2024's ultimate luxury travel destination.
Woo! Ultimate!
No kidding.
Look
They
at
got
that! We live in
glaciers,
here, baby.
waterfalls, open plains, amazing culture, vibrant cities, incredible food. There's Michelin stars here. Dude, I think this place is
Yeah.
going to be a golden gem.
Oh yeah. Come on
And I
down.
think
That's a prediction.
to close my prediction, I think that Malay's gonna make it that golden gem. He's gonna bring us back. Well, I say us. Like I'm an Argentinian.
I feel a part of this country.
Yeah,
I
You know,
it's in the
it's
heart.
just so intrinsic in my soul and my heart.
And I've lived here long
love
enough.
the people. I love the culture.
Yeah,
I love the city, the buildings.
Yeah.
It's the same as New York.
I-
1890s architecture. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I identify more with like Argentinians than I do with estadounidenses.
I've always heard people say
That's
that.
my prediction. That's
Like
close.
they go to Africa and they're like, my heart is in Africa. I love. Now I understand because Argentina, my heart is in Argentina.
Yeah.
I can
Right,
never leave this
right.
place.
Yeah,
I love
I
this
see- yeah, I
place.
see what
I
you're saying.
fucking love this place.
Yeah, I never knew that, but I always had this idea, like, because I loved Latin people and I always loved.
Jesus
It's okay, no,
Christ.
side, but like,
That goes to Latin porn. Now we do Asian porn.
We don't
Latin
have
porn.
time to go into all
that-
that.
We'll do that next
that
week.
big-
Next week on the Velvet Hammer.
Yeah, I said it away.
I'm agreeing with you on this one. I think I predict that too. You know what? I'm thinking because Tom was right last week.
So you're taking back your last.
People are going on big buses, group
tourist
traveling.
bus.
So wait,
No, the
They're
group
all-
group travel to get to work.
Okay.
That one came true.
Oh, the commuters.
Yeah, the commuting.
The
Group
commuters
commuting.
coming in.
That came
gonna
true.
work, But you said that is my prediction. What is that?
I think
you refer
that-
to? What is your prediction? State
I'm
it.
gonna go with that.
Okay.
Argentina.
State my
That-
prediction.
that's cool.
Argentina is gonna come up.
Oh, okay.
We are on a come
Okay.
up.
That's
Little-
your prediction.
My prediction and addendum to that is that the taxi drivers are really going to be rolling in the green. Because
Oh, you used to drive a taxi.
soon it's going to cost like 700 pesos to ride a bus. It was 60 pesos to
And
ride
like
a bus.
Yeah.
like we said last week, it's going to get to
And you
$1,000.
can take a taxi within distance, to wherever you want to go for like 2,000 pesos, 2,500 pesos. So if you're going to pay 900 pesos to ride a bus, or
Each person,
each person, or 2,500 pesos to take a taxi,
divided by those people.
I think that's going to be a big growth.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
I had
that's astute.
back
That is
this
very
up.
smart.
But pre-COVID, there were 40,000 taxis in Buenos Aires. A taxi driver told me this. Post-COVID, there were 20,000. So I predict there's going to be more and more taxi drivers out there because they are the beneficiaries of all this transit stuff.
That is a very astute observation.
Interesting. Wow. So
I think you know what, Tom, you've been
you
right
know
on
what?
one.
Actually, in
Now
fact,
I
in a
have to
certain
say-
way, all three of our predictions actually work in harmony. I'm saying Argentina's about to be a golden gem as my prediction. He says Argentina. I say Malay's he's gonna work. And
Argentina
he's gonna change.
will
He says it'll
change.
become a gem, and then you say
And it's the money,
the
baby.
taxi is going to explode because so many people are here. They're gonna need more taxis. And with that, we leave you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah,
Thank
Ciao.
you all again for listening to today's much hilarious episode, if I may say so myself. I mean, we quite cackled. We cackled like the Wicked Witch of the West, if we did not.
You can say whatever you want, Johnny.
Right? Well, if you like what you hear, and especially if you didn't, remember to like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. Right now, we actually have added to our repertoire. We are now available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio Podcasts, Google Podcasts, although they're killing themselves in April, so don't even subscribe there, and finally, Pocket Casts. Please like and subscribe. Until next week, this has been another ruckus, insanely laughable episode of The Velvet Hammer.
Hey, have a great week.